So I was watching Poke-Mahn with my friends, dude, and and this dickhead comes on called Snorlax. And he's this lazy guy. He's just like Arnie, who I work with down at the brewery.
YUNKJunk! Roll with it like it's hot. 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 Roll with it like it's hot.
Cadillac, you want to know by now. Welcome to What Is This Podcast? Ladies and gentlemen, we are revamped. We are good. We are focused. We are committed. And we got another show coming in right after this, so we actually have to be on point this time around. We got Cole, we got Luke, we got Terry. Zach's over in Turks and Caicos.
Twerks and Caicos?
Oh. We could do an Italian slur. Twerks and Dagos.
Dagos?
Are you guys Italian?
No, but I'm married to.
What are you?
No, we're working on it.
What is this podcast? What is this podcaster? What's your ethnicity? Go. It's the same.
It's the same. We're French and Irish and Dutch.
Oh.
French, Irish, Dutch, German, mostly Irish.
Yeah.
Aren't you like Canadian?
Yeah, French Canadian.
French Canadian, yeah.
There's no Canada like French Canada, because French Canada is the only Canada. Name that tune.
French Canada.
Is that from South Park?
Yeah, it is. It is. South Park's so good, you guys. Like, what's your favorite South Park episode?
I think the a legendary one was the one where Cartman wants to go to he wants to go to the restaurant. It's like Casa de, what is it?
Casa Bonita.
Yeah. And he just to get Butters out, he does this whole sociopathic elaborate plan to put him in this bunker, as if the world is ending, just to go to Casa Bonita.
Oh yeah. You know, those guys bought that restaurant in real life.
Yeah. Because it was Butters was invited to Kyle's birthday party, and if Butters couldn't go, then Cartman would be the last minute fill in.
Yeah, and at the end, he tries to experience the whole thing in 5 minutes, and he's running from the cops. The best part of that, though, is at one point he stops and starts dancing in the middle of the thing, and he's like, eh.
Isn't there he does a photo shoot, and he's scared. It's a scary photo shoot, and he's like, oh no, I'm so scared. Oh. He's trying to really experience it.
Black Bart's Cave.
Yeah, that's it.
I like the Nintendo Wii. I think it was 2 episodes. Same kind of thing. He freezes himself so that he doesn't have to wait for the Wii to come out anymore, and he ends up freezing himself for 100 years or whatever.
Right.
And still, even when he's in the future and all the technology, video games, the entertainment is all exponentially better, more entertaining, he just wants the Nintendo Wii, and it's an obsolete technology at that point.
And he goes to a museum, right?
I don't remember how he ends up getting it, but he somehow is thrust in the middle of a holy war between science people that their new religion was science, and then there were the otters or something like that. I don't remember the exact plot.
Because one of the lines is, yes, and we will take food and smash it on our tummies. That's the best show. Those are my heroes. My absolute hero is Trey Parker. Absolutely. Above any other creator, hard stop, period, are those guys.
Yeah, they're up there for sure. I like to once in a while just watch just the clip from the documentary. It's 48 Hours to Air or something like that was the name of the documentary. But they have a clip from it where Bill Hader from SNL and from Barry, he came on as a guest writer for 1 week. And he and Trey Parker are just they're in the actual live studio, just riffing back and forth, ad-libbing. The two Hicks guys.
What for?
What for? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just gets up there and grabs his guitar and starts singing and starts shitting his britches.
We gotta save the britches.
I love how, like, if they get a little bit and they know that it's gonna be, they can keep it, they just keep going. They like laugh and then they say it and then they laugh again and then they just keep going. Like they've got it down.
Yeah. Oh, it's the two guys in the bar and they're watching Randy, who's like wants to play Tween Wave.
I'll play. No, because it was the Guitar Hero episode.
No. It's Tween Wave, where Randy's trying to prove that he's still young. And it's just all about how music all sounds like shit. And so
that's right. That's right.
And the two guys are watching. He's like,
gets up there.
He calls himself Steamy Nicks.
No, that's Stevie Nicks. This is Steamy Nicks.
I could just do lines like line reads from shows, and that could be the whole podcast. Like I love re-highlighting some stuff like that. Why does it do that? Oh no.
Oh no. He gets up there, grabs his guitar.
No, he gets a girl. The girl is Steamy Nicks. He's performing under something else.
Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
No, that's Stevie Ray Vaughan.
They do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I like Cole how you say Bill Hader and you're like Bill Hader from SNL and from Barry.
Yeah.
It's like nobody knows who Bill Hader is.
I don't know. I'm trying to, for the listener, the one listener of this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What's up,
Hey, Luke.
listener? This is for you. You know who Bill Hader is? From SNL fame and things in between.
How was your 4th? Your July 4ths? Your 4th of Julys?
When was that?
I don't.
Oh,
That was
not
a week ago.
Not good. Not good. I was all holed up.
I worked. I didn't do anything.
All right, Luke. Bad question.
you, Luke?
Why don't you try something else?
Sorry, guys.
Why don't you try something that involves a list or something that's more social media driven? For example, we were just talking about SNL. Who are your top 5 SNL performers of all time?
Bill Hader.
Yeah, he's up there.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. I mean, on the show or like your favorite people that were happen to be on the show.
See, that's the hardest thing because you could say SNL performer, like as a performer on SNL, or just SNL alumni. So let's stick with SNL. Let's do both. We'll start with SNL performer because I think Hader and Ferrell are absolutely on there.
Hader, Ferrell, Will Forte, Justin Timberlake.
What?
Yeah, he's oh, come on, he's up there, dude.
He is, but he's not an SNL cast. Well, I didn't say cast member.
Yeah, you said performer.
That's right. You're right.
Um,
I'm not putting him above some people though.
I love Maya Rudolph. I just love everything that she does. You got to throw in some women. You can't just choose one guy. So
see, I think the best woman on that show ever was Sherry O'Terry. She was hilarious.
Oh,
yeah, the fucking cheerleader skits.
Yes,
I know.
And do you remember where she was just like, she was just like someone's ugly daughter that couldn't get a date, and her dad kept trying to like hook her up with people, and she'd just go, "He don't like me, pa. He don't like me, pa."
She played like that, like twitchy character all the time.
She always go into the CVS for like to pick up all of her prescriptions.
I
She always had a line like, and let me
that
tell you
particular one I
something.
don't
It's
remember.
not fun.
I haven't seen her in like anything after SNL. Like,
I know.
No.
but I saw
She
her
deserves,
one New Year's
she deserves
Eve.
more.
One New Year's Eve, she came on as like a correspondent with Anderson Cooper and that other guy, and she was just unhinged. Like, I don't
Good.
remember what the fuck
Didn't
she
she
was
do a
talking about.
character? She was like a housewife or something, right?
No, she
I
was
thought
she was being herself, but she was like
She's
I don't know
hilarious.
if she would like had intentions of just going off like unhinged, like fuck this, I'm just gonna go nuts. And she just like really put them to the test. Like the two guys that were hosting, Anderson Cooper and the other guy, were like, you could tell they're like looking around, they're like, what the fuck is going on? You know, she's a fucking pro at that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, she was in Scary Movie. I remember that. And then I think she was in Shrek 3, and then she showed up in one of the Grown-Ups movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say that she worked at the same place that Salma Hayek worked at.
But yeah, a
Like-
crazy miss there. Like the fact that Hollywood didn't put her in a ton of stuff is crazy. She was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I always wondered. Like, yeah, that's a good call. I like Molly Shannon.
Yep.
I mean, Superstar. That's the movie, right?
Yeah.
Farrell's in
Amazing.
that one too. Hey,
Yeah,
came up
Will
with a new
Ferrell.
dance move. It's called the fax machine.
All right. I mean, do you guys like Jimmy Fallon?
On SNL for sure.
Yeah.
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 Did you like Seth Meyers?
No, but I appreciate him because he was
a
lead
Weekend
rock-
Update guy more than anything.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you got to bring in like Phil Hartman, Chris Farley, Mike Myers, Dana, what's his last name?
Carvey.
Andy Samberg was really funny.
Oh yeah,
Or Adam Sandler. I mean,
Bobby Moynihan.
I just say
Moynihan, he's an unsung hero. He was hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fred Armisen.
Yep.
Yeah. Fred
Keenan.
Armisen.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Keenan.
but for me, I had all of them in my head. For me, it's definitely Bill Hader, Will Ferrell, Will Forte. For me, every skit that he's in, he's just so dedicated. He doesn't break. You never see Will Forte break. He makes other people break, but he really, even if it's bombing, he fucking sticks it out. Like you can tell he totally believes in what he's doing.
Have you seen Fart Face?
No.
Oh my God. Fart Face is one of the funniest sketches that bombed. And it's Bill Hader, Will Forte, and Josh Brolin. And it's all about how
Fart Face.
Yeah, like Bill Hader calls Forte a fart face. And he's like, Bill, I thought I told you not to call me a fart face. And it's like that the whole time. But it escalates to like, I think one of them kills themselves or something over the whole fart face thing. It is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Fred Armisen and Bill Hader one when they're like bellboys or something, or like ballet that bombs. And yeah, they just like they don't give a shit. Like they
Bill
just
Hader,
keep
Bill
going.
Hader and Fred Armisen, that one.
Yeah.
And they
I
have that
just watched it like yesterday.
and that little kid comes in and like breaks Armisen.
Yeah, because there's the Christmas one, and he's talking about Rudolph to the kid or whatever. He's like, "Hey, Rudolph!" He's playing like a, South American.
Yeah.
guy.
Are you looking forward to seeing Santa Claus and Rudolph?
What do they call Bobby Moynihan? Like Bobby Moynihan from
UCB.
UCB. Yeah.
Bobby Moynihan. That's what breaks Hader right there. UCB. Bobby Moynihan.
Moynihan's
Yeah, I feel
hilarious.
like that would be me. I would laugh and just destroy it.
Do you remember the Vinny
ruin
Venedici sketches? Where it's like the Italian sketches and they all have
Italian.
cigarettes and Bobby Moynihan plays like a little boy, but he's just like in like a Donald Duck style outfit. And he goes in and at one point he's sitting on like he's on John Malkovich's lap and he's crying and they like give him a cigarette and he's like, he's playing like a 5-year-old kid.
Hey, man, that job. I mean, of course, when we were growing up watching, it was always like, damn, they must be having so much fun. I would love to have that job.
Yeah.
But now, after all the podcasts that I listen to, you just really hear about how miserable they were and how nervous they were every week. You think about it, week in and week out.
Pressure.
I just don't even understand performing at the highest level at night. Like it's a night job. Like it's third shift all week long until the actual show. Like, how do you survive that?
They basically live there. They live at 30 Rock. They don't leave until 4 a.m, and then go and sleep for a little bit and come right back.
Which basically means you can hang out at 30 Rock between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. and see anybody on that show and a bunch of celebrities.
Yeah.
If you just wait there.
Yeah.
There's got to be. I wonder if they do.
I mean,
is there
I don't know.
more than one door?
Imagine the time when Conan was still there. Jay Leno was still there too.
Mm-hmm.
All in the same building.
Jay Leno was there? I thought Jay Leno was always in California.
Was he always in California? Well, Conan was in 30 Rock.
Yeah.
For years, for like 14 years.
Oh, yeah. You remember the original Tonight Show was in 30 Rock.
Yeah.
But Leno's was in California.
Yeah.
So that's why it was like a big deal that they were going back to where it began. But late night was always in New York.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's a populous area anyway. I used to work at Warner Brothers, just making music. They had 3 studios in there, and I would leave around the same time. I would leave at like 3, 4 in the morning. Some nights, 4:30 even some nights, and it's just so interesting to see that neighborhood. Those few blocks go from what it is during the daytime. It's just fucking mobbed and touristy, and like crabs in a barrel, to a ghost town.
Really?
Seriously. Yeah. Nobody, nothing. And like maybe when the sun's coming up and I'm leaving the studio, like I remember the first time I'm like looking around my backpack, like, holy shit, like I don't see anybody. Wild.
What do you think is the most creative time of day?
For me, it's been late because you experience stuff throughout the day that you could, draw from. And at least personally, I know there's some people that work the best when they wake up, have a coffee. Maybe they dreamt about something creative and that can give them some inspiration. But for me, it's always been, when I've lived the day and then I go and get to work.
Yeah, I mean, it's normally when I have my alone time at like after midnight for me. But I would also get inspiration like when I would take the subway home and I would just like build up an idea in my head, and as soon as I'd get home, I would just sit on my computer and work on that idea. I've made some of my better stuff at like 5 p.m. But normally when I'm like, you have all the time, nobody to distract you, to pull you away from what you're working on, at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You can like spend all your time on one thing and all your energy and like just like take your time.
I will say I don't like watching the clock sometimes, though. If I have something to do the next day, say a session I'm working on is going past 4 a.m., then I hate that feeling, like, especially when you're really in a groove. And then I like look at the clock. Like that's sometimes the worst fucking mistake you can make.
I've had so many times where I was like prepping a show. Like if I have a live show, I'm almost always in the studio all night before. It'll get to like 3 and I'm like, oh my God, I have to do another show with no energy. And I like where it's like, okay, I put everything into prep and now I got to do the live show feeling like shit. And it's just always how it is. Like there's always something weird where you're always doing a show on 4 hours of sleep. I don't know why, but it's constant. But for me, I'm the opposite of you guys. Mine's 6 a.m. because I got to get up at between 5 and 5:30 so that I'm actually functioning and caffeine's hitting. And then boom, by then I'm locked in pretty good. But I can't do that because if I do that, then I don't work out in the morning. And if I don't work out in the morning, I get ADD brain. Like the only way I can control my ADHD, which I'm undiagnosed, but I'm sure I have it, is if I work out in the morning, I can be locked in all day. If I save it, I'm bouncing around a little too much. But I also know if I wake up and get to work immediately, that's my best chance at editing, especially, or writing. Like that's when it has to be before the day has gotten to me and before someone can call. But it's a shitty trade-off because I'm much better the rest of the day if I get up and I'm in the gym within 15 minutes. But I'm also sacrificing my most productive time in order to make it so the rest of the days I'm able to be disciplined. Otherwise, I am literally bouncing in my mind. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw the short that went out. Our latest short is about me being dumb and like being too stupid and saying I messed up my brain.
No, I got to see that.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't remember that. You didn't. What?
You don't know? Dude?
Which, by the way, we're on YUNKJunk. So
you
please
didn't know
like, comment, subscribe to YUNKJunk.
I was bartending a couple nights ago. And, yeah, I was doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And I randomly, someone asked me what I'm doing. Cole, what are you doing Thursday night?
Yeah.
Podcast with my buds.
Yeah.
And this random guy on the other side of the bar was like, what's your podcast?
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, are you Luke? Are you Luke? What is this?
Yeah. Yeah. And then we kissed.
Yeah?
That's what happens when people find out.
Just two dudes
you liked it.
kissing at a bar.
Kissing at a bar.
And everyone liked
the only reason to go to bars.
To kiss.
Yeah. I never made out with a girl at a bar.
What?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Never did that.
Why?
Huh?
What are you
I
doing?
got kicked out. I was with Zach one night. I got thrown out of Gaffney's.
For kissing?
I kept making out with this girl. Yeah, like on the bar. And the bartender was like, "Oh,
what do you mean on the bar?"
Like we were like getting on the bar. Like she was like crawling up on the bar, and like I was sitting down, and she's making out with me.
Wait, so some lady is horn crawling across the bar to you, like through people's fucking drinks.
Yeah, sloppy drunk.
Oh, chicken fingers. Shit.
Crowded. There were only like 6 people in the bar, and the bartender's like, Cole, if you do it one more time, we're gonna kick you out. So of course we just go, and Zach the whole time is sitting right next to me, just dying laughing. So they threw us out.
You and Zach, or you and the girl?
No, they threw me out, and then Zach followed. I never saw the girl again. I don't even know who the fuck she was. That was a different time.
I never,
like 22, 23 maybe.
I remember in Brooklyn, we went out with, I think I've said this on the podcast, my friend Nick Vahanian, who's like a really handsome guy. And I just like, this is just not in me. I never maybe I have like too much shame and like I'm afraid of what people would think of me. But like Nick met a girl. I'm like getting a drink. I turn back around and he's making out with her. Like right away.
Your
Like, how-
girl? The girl you were chatting up?
No, Nick met her.
Oh.
I've been with Jamie for like 15 years, so like it was just like my adult life.
Yeah.
But no, I just like, what do you do? How do you get to that point?
You just feel the
like-
vibe. Strong vibes.
You just keep
One time
drinking.
My apartment on Caroline Street. Yeah, you feel it. You gotta. I mean, you could fuck up sometimes though.
You just lean in and like,
Well,
she's okay.
You could also have a line. Like there's a line. I always liked.
What would your line be?
Do you want to kiss me? Because 3 things happen. 1, she says no, and then you say, oh, well, I wasn't saying you could. 2, she says yes, and then you do it. Or 3, they go maybe, and then you do it. So it's better odds.
Okay. So maybe is yes.
And it's us. Like
my line would be,
come on, guys. It wasn't that hard.
No, I mean
in upstate New York or in anywhere really.
My line could be, so we fucking doing this?
Doing what? Crawling on the bar?
Are we doing this?
Fucking making out. Fucking doing this?
Maybe.
And then they swing their shoulders. Maybe.
What are you doing?
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like we're like this is like straight from a movie. Like you practice, like, okay, I need to practice. So like be the girl.
I could go off right now. Have you seen that? There's some trailer for some movie called like Players or something like that. And it's about like a group and they do these setups so that they can like, get the girl. There's a fucking girl in the group. Automatic no. That doesn't count. It's no. You cannot have a girl be part of the trying to hook up group because that doesn't work in any capacity. You can't understand it. You can't be a part of it. You don't know what it's like. You don't understand the things at play. Immediate no. Like you can't make a movie like that. And it pissed me off.
Well, you lost me. It's an actual movie, so it's a trailer for a new movie that's coming out?
It's a movie on Netflix, and it's about like this group of 4 that is like known for like, oh, we can always go out and hook up. It's no problem. And they like set up elaborate schemes and stuff. But like the kingpin or the person who thinks of all the schemes is some girl. I'm like, no, that doesn't work.
The girl is hooking up her. Like getting girls
like
for
hooking the dudes up.
That's like
it's a cheat code.
What's it called?
That's kind of like prostitution a little bit, or like
no, she's just
pimping?
Okay. Oh my God, it's called Players. Love is a team sport, and it's about like it takes a team. It's like they're trying to make a girl hitch, and no, you can't. You can't be part of the group. Like it doesn't work.
That's like that cult that just went down in Clifton Park, where the guy had like a celebrity actress reel women in, like recruit women to become a part of this group, and he ended up just banging all the girls.
Cool.
No, this guy went down hard. He's in prison.
You guys ever do
so
that?
Like
that like
some weird.
Whenever like it's just you against the world and you say something, but it was cool to say and it was funny. You just like just do it for yourself.
Nice.
Slap hands.
Yeah, I do it. I do it while I'm having sex. Just like, good job, dude. Like, good, you're doing it.
There's a mirror. You're looking in a mirror.
Yeah. Flexing the whole time.
Statement.
I drank so much caffeine and I am flying right now. I love it. I haven't done this. I normally drink a spiked seltzer during the podcast, but I am drinking an Alani. You've ever heard of Alani?
No.
Yeah.
I'm
Alamo?
gonna crash so hard. Remember the Alani?
Yeah, remember the Alani. Does the Alani have a basement?
Yeah. Can you say Adobe?
You got-
Adobe.
You guys talking about Johnny Tsunami?
Johnny Alani.
You guys talking tsunami?
You guys talking Johnny Tsunami?
Hey,
Dude, I just caught that movie on Disney Channel the other day.
what's the best
you
Disney?
kind of got a Philly accent there, Terry.
Yeah. It comes into like character work now.
Yeah. The Philly accent's tough.
It's fucking
It is.
gross. It's a disgusting accent for disgusting people
Poconos.
like me.
Poconos.
Poconos. Would you say dickhead? Dickhead. On another show that we do here, the guy was saying dickhead is now like the best Philly word instead of John. It's like, what'd you say, dickhead?
What's John?
Jawn. John is like Philly slang. It's just any noun. That's a great John. Look at this John over here. It's trite to even like make a joke about it.
So you must hear that a lot. I mean, you must hear the Philly accent a lot. It's very easy for you to do.
Oh, absolutely.
What's the trick to it?
Immediately just uneducate yourself as much as possible. Like, dumb yourself down as far as it goes, and it'll start to come out naturally.
I think curvy, like round, is what if I had to articulate the way that the words sound. They sound like more round, like.
Yeah, so you would say,
so
you didn't go to Joe's, you went to Cho's. So I'm over at Cho's house, and we're having Wawa Ogies. So you skip H's. Ogie. Dude, I got his fucking number. You know, it's just, again, just get stupid. Just get as stupid as you can. And it's try just talking dumb. It'll come out in Philly.
Yeah, I would just do a Southern accent if I just did a dumb character. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I think for anyone from like, where we're from,
New York.
Yeah, I could do a dumb upstate New York.
Oh, are you serious? Yuz is what they say in upstate New York. That's crazy. No, upstate New York. I remember they're like, you know what? I could do that for yous. What?
Yes.
Alls I know.
Alls I know.
Alls I know. Alls I'm saying.
Yeah, what a guy said to me the other day, time is fucking money, That's what he said.
Time is fucking money,
And I looked at him and I go, what's that? And he goes, nothing.
Yeah, that's very upstate.
Who was this? Was this an employee? Was this someone who was this the guy that just got fired from the circus that you met on the street or something?
Seriously, dude, I deal with so many people who talk like that, and I have like no patience for him. He was trying to like start an argument with me, and I just looked him right in the eye. I was like, what's that? Nothing. And he's just oh, here's another one. These guys, these like really like trashy dudes, they showed up, and one of them was peeing next to my car, and I was looking over. I'm like, what's going on over there? What are they doing? And one of the guy goes, he's pissing, and I go, all right. And he goes, you want to fucking hold it for him? And I'll never forget that. I laughed. I laughed really hard. Want to hold it for him? Yeah, so there's dumb accents everywhere.
Yeah. Who was I talking to recently about different accents in different countries, different languages in different countries? I would be really interested to just hear like a dialect coach or somebody that studied dialects or still does study it, like because there's in the U.S. like we're just talking about, there's so many different slang and twangs everywhere.
Slang and twang.
Slanging and twangs and dangs. I wonder if in Ding Dang, where they play ping pong, if they talk a little different than they do in Taiwan or Hong Kong.
Probably.
Did you just say in Ding Dang where they play ping pong? Where's
where they
Ding
play
Dang?
Ping pong. Not quite sure, but I know
Where's
that you
Ding
can play
Dang?
ping pong there.
Why
No,
not
Ding
Ding
Dang.
Dong? It's ping pong, baby.
You never played ping pong and Ding Dang? It's from fucking Beer Fest.
What?
I was playing
You
ping
don't
pong
remember
and Ding Dang.
Ding dang.
I don't remember that. That's hilarious.
Shoved the paddle up my ass. Like, wow, I don't know how I would be able to take it if somebody shoved the ping pong paddle up my or handle up my ass.
Handle.
It wasn't the handle. Been shitting pancakes ever since.
I love that direction in that movie where Landfill dies. That's his name, right? And then his cousin just comes out
His
of nowhere,
brother.
and his
His
brother.
brother.
Like, I love how that's such like something I would do in a movie where it's like, can we just pretend that
Solve this problem right away.
And to
Yeah,
make it
like-
easier, why don't you just call me Landfill as well so nobody gets
Yeah.
confused?
Yeah.
nothing?
I feel like I
There's
know
no
all you guys are.
conflict.
They break the fourth wall. They explain that. They're like, so we can just get over like that. We can get over the trying to learn each other's like everything, trying to figure out who we are. I feel like I can know you
So
guys.
lazy.
Great.
So obviously lazy. I love that.
They all right, we have 20 minutes left. So were you guys into Dragon Ball Z?
Not at all.
Were you into Poke-Mahn?
Yeah, I watched like, all of
Game
the
Boy game. Yeah.
Okay. So what I've found in this is whenever you mention Poke-Mahn or Dragon Ball Z, you get a huge response on YouTube.
Wow.
So, let's chat Poke-Mahn. Who was your? I'm assuming we all played the original Game Boy game, Gen 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me one Poke memory.
Memory.
I've got one. We got a Game Boy Color for Matt Wink for his birthday, the year that it came out.
I have to pee again.
And-
Keep going. I'm sorry.
And I thought he was going to love it. I thought it was going to be such a perfect, great present. He wasn't really enthused. He wasn't really into it. He was never really a big gamer. Like he wasn't
No.
into stuff like that. So I ended up opening it up for him and playing the fucking thing like all night. And like my mom and my aunt saw me like doing that. And my aunt Amy, Matt's mom, goes, I think we know what to get Cole for his birthday in 6 weeks. That's my Poke-Mahn memory.
I like it. Okay. Luke, what's your Poke-Mahn memory?
I remember 4th grade. It was like right when the game came out, maybe like a year after. And me and my buddy Dylan Power, we were going on a field trip and we were on the bus and we were just like huddled over his Game Boy. And we were obsessed with trying to get Onyx. And I'm pretty sure there was a cave that you went in and that's where you got Onyx. It might have been the same cave as where Diglett and Doug Trio is. And I might be wrong on that one, but
I think it's where you
I
get the
remember we-
Moonstone.
yeah, I think you're right. And we're just like spending way too much time trying to find Onyx. And Onyx wasn't popping up. And finally, Onyx pops up. And we're like, oh my God, this is it. After like an hour of like looking for him. And we wanted to catch him so bad. And so we sent our best Pokemon and we put our best attack on him. And it was probably like Charmander or whatever, or like Charmeleon.
Ooh, versus the
And-
rock type. Ooh.
Yeah. And the meter moved like this much, like the tiniest bit. And we laughed so hard. Like, this is never going to happen. Like the roar that came from both of us, where we're like, okay, hit him, but don't hurt him too much, because we want to catch him.
Want to catch him?
You thought you were worried about decimating him.
Yeah, and it was like the tiniest. We're like, just all, no way we're gonna catch Onyx.
Hey, at least we found him.
Interesting thing about Onyx, it says the tunnels it leaves are used as homes by diglets.
Oh, nice.
Okay, this is great. Location. Onyx isn't terribly hard to track down. Just look for it in the rock tunnel or on Victory Road, and you're almost guaranteed to bump into this massive creature.
Massive creature.
Like
was
all
really
rock Poke-Mahn, it's a
was
dual
he that
type.
powerful? Yeah.
No, but that was like, I don't think so. Not really, but that
It
was
looks
in the
cool.
beginning where, yeah, it was this big thing, like this big snake, rock snake. So like, we just, it was also in the beginning where like we didn't have like a book, so we didn't know. We just were going based on like, we're just learning as we were going, which was so much fun. That was now like, I'll play the game again and I'll do the same structure every single time, which is kind of boring, but
You always pick Charmander in the beginning?
I'll always do Blastoise. Or
Yeah, you were always the Squirtle. I definitely went with Charmander every time.
Yeah, Charmander was fun.
Oh, he turns into Charizard, you know.
Charizard looks so
cool.
Dope. Remember
I remember
Pokemon Snap?
Oh yeah.
We had that on N64.
Oh,
Yeah.
Snap. Pokemon Snap? Yeah. There's a re-release. There's a new one that's on Switch.
Is there?
I never played it.
Yeah,
but
we liked it. Then there was Pokemon Stadium. I think we had that.
Stadium was epic. Yeah.
yeah, it was the first
could
time we saw
plug-
any of them in like 3D renderings.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, that was a cool time too. Like, especially like in our childhood and our life. N64, that era.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong 64, Mario Party, Super Smash Bros, GoldenEye, 007.
GoldenEye.
Dude, that fucking era. I mean, that's goated. Really.
I mean, those games you can still go back and they're very entertaining to play. Like especially
sure.
Smash.
All right, let's
Yeah,
play
the
a game.
arcade style.
Let's play a game since neither one of you are aficionados. All right. Eevee has multiple evolutions. Which of these is not one of Eevee's evolutions? Espeon, Vaporeon, Leafeon, Bolteon, Glaceon. Which one is not an evolution?
Espeon. Espeon is not.
Eevee.
Because you did the three.
Bolteon?
One of you is correct.
Me.
Well, battle it out.
What would Espeon
I don't know.
be?
I don't know, but I feel like Leafy isn't like a fucking lightning character.
Eevee,
know.
not
That's like
Leafy.
It's a
Eevee.
plant.
Okay, electric bolts. Okay, so the Bolteon, yeah, it does turn into.
What
I
would
don't know.
Espeon?
I'm not that big of a Pokemon aficionado, really. I mean, I played the games when they came out. That was it. At the time that I had them, that's it. I never watched the show.
I watched the show.
The cards,
Fucking
really.
up, man. Fucking up. That show's amazing.
I did
It
watch
was.
Pikachu Detective or Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
I watched
Oh,
that. That was
by the way, to go back, because I know Ethan needs this for the edit. Cole was right.
wow.
Eevee,
What? Really? What?
So Eevee evolves into a bunch of different types. The point is, it's a standard like dog, and then it can turn into all sorts of different things. Like there's the fire one that's Flareon. There's the water one that's Vaporeon. The lightning one does exist, but it's called Jolteon.
So it's a little trick question.
Yeah, and Espeon was not in the first generation. In the second generation, Espeon, Umbreon, Sylveon, Leafeon, and Glaceon. God, that must have been second generation, third, and fourth. There's a shitload of EVs now. There's too many EVs.
I stopped.
There's so many EVs that they would make the Levy break.
The Levy. Wait, what's your most underrated Pokemon? Like the one
Underrated.
that like so like my
Eevee. Rated.
I mean, Pikachu's wildly overrated.
Yes.
That's interesting. I could argue that Pikachu's actually a little underrated.
Really? Have you ever heard of Raichu, the thing Pikachu evolves into?
How many other?
Well, according to the second generation, according to the handbook, the Pokemon handbook, the Pokedex.
You mean the Pokedex? How dare you?
No, Dugtrio, man. And you use Dig for Dugtrio, you just you kill everyone. Unless it's like a flying Pokemon. And then Zapdos. Zapdos with
Zapdos
Thunderbolt.
Rules, dude. Metal.
Once you got Zapdos, it's like, okay, I'm ready for the League of Legends. What were they?
I guess Mew is... Are we doing... Mew is underrated because Mew is the original Pokemon that all others came from, apparently. But everyone talks about Mewtwo. What about Mew 1?
Mewtwo was the bad guy in
Mew also.
Detective Pikachu Detective or whatever the fuck it was. I know that.
Mewtwo was like the main story in the movie, the first movie.
Mm-hmm. The animated movie that a bunch of high schoolers went to see because I was working at Regal Cinemas and I let them in. And it was like, I don't think this one's for you, bud. God, that was back when you could. So that's an interesting thing. I can watch as much nerd shit as I want to my heart's content without feeling embarrassed. Back then, you had to walk into a theater with children. Wow.
Yeah.
That's such a difference. Maybe that's why more people are into anime and
now
stuff that we would have gotten our asses kicked if someone found out we watched.
My cat.
I still watched it all and loved it all, but I'm just saying it wasn't like public information back then.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I feel like anime is very mainstream in a sense now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all over Twitter. Like, it's all anime on Twitter. People's profile picture.
Yeah. Everyone likes anime. I've tried to make it a part of my life. I watch a lot of anime porn.
Yeah.
I'm really trying.
Now that's actually called hentai.
Oh, the hentai.
Oh.
Tentacles. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So hentai is oftentimes misappropriated to be anime. And, if you ever want to borrow some, just let me know.
Okay. I may do that. I may want to do that. All right. So I like this episode.
I like the anime. The anime is one of my favorite times of the year.
And
good weather.
And
I like edamame.
Yep.
Edamame.
Edamame. And mamame. And mama.
Well, I dated a girl. I dated a girl, Annie Mae.
Anime.
She was
anime.
She was a fox, man. A fox. Why did I say fox?
All right. Last thing I want to do is our sponsored segment, which is Keeps Watch, because I've been using Keeps. So we're all going to look at the top of my head and do Keeps Watch. Have we gained any hair back?
I don't know.
I thought
looks pretty full.
I thought your hair. Yeah, your hair looks good.
I think it's full. I see it right there. Still thin right here. So we got to work on this. How's everyone's top of their dome? Everybody, show your dome. Wow, You guys don't even use pills and stuff.
Yeah, but
and you got great hair.
I do have gray.
I got gray, a lot of gray here.
You have touch of gray, but thick and full. Thick. Couple C's on that hair.
In a Philly accent.
Oh, it's so thick, dude.
Poke-Mahn.
Poke-Mahn.
So I was watching Poke-Mahn with my friends, dude, and and this dickhead comes on called Snorlax. And he's this lazy guy. He's just like Arnie, who I work with down at the brewery.
Doug Trio.
He's this fat fuck who always just sits in front of the kegs and just like call him a regular Snorlax. Oh, by the way, okay. If you have not seen this, please go on YouTube and look up Snorlax is helping everybody. It is a video that existed on E-Bombs World, so this is pre-YouTube. It's one of the funniest things ever. It's this kid from Staten Island trying to explain the Poke-Mahn movie to his buddy who could not give a shit. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. So watch it. We'll discuss it next time on What Is This Podcast. Any final thoughts, guys?
No pictures. Zapdos.
Just the pokey. Don't poke the bear.
Don't poke the bear.
Don't poke the bear.
YUNKJunk!